PER, or better known as player efficiency rating. The player efficiency rating, according to Google, is a system that was made by John Hollinger, which basically just determines how well a player is based on certain stats. And there's a lot of math that goes into it, but to sum it up, it has things like points and percentages and all different types of basketball aspects. Now, who do you think has the #1 PER in the NBA? Well, that would be Nikola Jokic, who is actually on pace to have the greatest PER in NBA history. Of course, using a person's player efficiency rating isn't exactly the #1 way to determine how well a player is, but it's a good aspect to give certain context on what they mean. Now, if I were to tell you a player that had a better PER than DeMar DeRozan, Karl Anthony Towns, DeAndre Ayton, and even Steph Curry, who do you think this player is? Is he good? Is he bad? Is he a top 10 player in the NBA? Well, that would be JaVale McGee, who is number 14th in the NBA currently at PER. When I show some people the stat, they're like, okay, first of all, what even is a PER? And even when I explain it, they're like, how is JaVale McGee even close? How is he at all in the top 15? He's not a top 15 NBA player, and like I've said before, the PER does not determine how good a player is, but it's more of a general aspect thing. It determines more what they mean to their team and all the different types of things they can do. Like Steph Curry is way better of a player than JaVale McGee, but JaVale McGee can do a lot more than Steph Curry can. I know out of context that sounds really bad, but you know what I'm trying to say. Of course, I'm taking DeMar DeRozan, Steph Curry, DeAndre Ayton, and Karl Anthony Towns over JaVale McGee any single day. But this video necessarily isn't talking about how good JaVale McGee is compared to other NBA players. Instead, this is a video where we're talking about why JaVale McGee is going to be a very key part to the Phoenix Suns and them trying to win a championship. And with everything that I'm going off right now in this video, it seems like he was the last piece of the puzzle that the Phoenix Suns needed to win a championship. Of course, before I get into the video, if you guys could leave a like on this and subscribe to the channel if you're new and notifications on. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the year, and your subscription would be greatly appreciated. Let's get into the video. When the Phoenix Suns signed JaVale McGee, I was a little surprised because I thought it was a move that we definitely needed, but I just didn't think that JaVale was actually going to go to the Suns. But I'm definitely glad that they got him because #1, JaVale McGee is a talented player and the Suns definitely needed some depth at the center position, but #2, I've been kind of a fan of JaVale McGee for a while. Now, last year in the NBA Finals, I think a reason why the Phoenix Suns ended up losing is because Giannis was so damn dominant and we didn't have that many centers to throw at him. Of course, DeAndre Ayton did every single thing he could do, but that wasn't much because we didn't really have a backup center other than Dario Saric, who actually tore his ACL during that postseason. And at the time, I didn't think it was that big of a deal until I realized that we didn't have any more centers on our roster. But now Phoenix has a guy like JaVale McGee, who #1 brings a veteran aspect to the team, but also he's a straight up big man and we need people like that. He has length, he can block, he's good inside the post. If you need him to work the pick and roll, he can definitely do that, especially with a point guard like Chris Paul. He can do many things on the offensive side and the defensive side. Now, I will say JaVale McGee does have one small problem that isn't that bad, but it can be bad at times, and that's his foul trouble. He gets into a lot of foul trouble, which again can cost him at the end of games when maybe we do need him. Now, a while ago, I made a video talking about traditional NBA centers, which you have not checked that out, make sure you do. It's a really good video. I'll put it in the link in the description below. But JaVale McGee is a traditional center, and it seems like the Suns is starting to have a little bit of a type when it comes to their centers, which is obviously traditional centers themselves, as they have DeAndre Ayton and they have JaVale McGee, even Bismack Biyombo, who just got picked up by the Suns, which has actually been a really good pickup for them as well. Now, statistically, JaVale McGee has had a pretty good season for the Phoenix Suns. He's currently averaging 10 points per game and around 7 rebounds. It's been his best season since around when he was playing for the Lakers during their championship run, and mind you, I feel like the Phoenix Suns are using JaVale McGee kind of like the Lakers did. And it seems like JaVale McGee, when he gets signed to a team, is being used to win a championship, if that makes sense. That might sound kind of vague, but just hear me out when I say this. See, he was brought to Golden State, and that's when Golden State really started to go off. Of course, JaVale McGee wasn't the only reason why they won that championship, but I'm just trying to make a point. He then goes to the Lakers when LeBron needs to win a championship, and he kind of builds that roster over there, and he's a key part over there, and he ends up being their starting center throughout that whole thing. And even a move that a lot of people like myself found very confusing when it happened, he was brought in to play for Team USA and ended up winning a gold medal at Tokyo. video. I didn't fully understand the move because, you know, of his age and everything like that. I thought they would have brought in some other guys that were a lot more younger and more all-star caliber, but they ended up winning the whole thing, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. Now, why is JaVale McGee going to be a key part of the Phoenix Suns winning a championship and actually be the X factor? But before we can talk about that, hey y'all, this video is sponsored by Manscaped.com, the #1 brand for men's grooming and hygiene products. Now, normally when I'm talking about Manscaped, I'm telling you about their Performance Package 4.0, but they sent me 2 new products and I think we got to talk about them. First product is Manscaped's brand new 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. It's a hair washing conditioner, and not only does it have a dual action formula, but it has a refined cologne quality fragrance. And after using it a couple times, I definitely am impressed, and I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be incorporating this into my shower routine. Now, of course, stuff your hair is nice and all, but what about body wash? Just like the shampoo and conditioner, it has a refined cologne quality fragrance, and if you need any more convincing, then look at this. Marshawn Lynch himself is using Manscaped products. If you want to be like Marshawn Lynch and also use Manscaped products, make sure you guys go to manscaped.com and use code Spex for 20% off your order, whatever you do purchase. Guys, that's code Spex, 20% off. On top of that, you get international free shipping. The link will be in the description below, and thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Now, earlier in the video, I did mention that one of the reasons why the Phoenix Suns did not win a championship was because that they lacked depth at the center position. And if you really wanted to, you can make the argument that they didn't have much playoff experience, which then again, I don't think really played into anything, considering most of those players' first run to the NBA Finals was their first time even making the postseason. But if the Phoenix Suns did have JaVale McGee, and even JaVale McGee himself did say this, I honestly think they would have won the championship. Of course, what ifs are not exactly the way to go about things when it comes to the NBA, but it does make you think if we had a player, maybe not even just JaVale McGee, but a player like that. But now we're in the season, and the Phoenix Suns are starting off even better than they did last year. The Phoenix Suns currently are fighting for the #1 seed with the Golden State Warriors, and it feels like almost every single day they're just trading off 1 and 2 seed. The Suns have a lead by 1 game right now, but every single day it's getting closer and closer, and if the Phoenix Suns want to secure the #1 seed, they're gonna have to go on another run. I'm not saying they gotta go on that 18-game run they had last time, but at least win maybe 5 or 10 games straight. Now, of course, the #1 seed does not guarantee you an NBA championship, and I'm never gonna be that guy to claim that. However, I have said this in many videos before, but statistics do prove that the team that gets the #1 seed has boosted odds to win the championship. And I don't know if you guys really do care about this, but I saw a Bleacher Report article, yes, Bleacher Report, who I do have mixed feelings about, but they did a little test to determine who would win the NBA championship. I guess they said like mid-season according to odds or predictions and stuff like that, but they actually had the Phoenix Suns winning the championship in a best-of-7 series versus the Milwaukee Bucks in NBA Finals rematch. Of course, those are just predictions and odds and stuff like that. I'm not saying that really means anything, but I don't know, I thought that was really cool. If you do want to see that, I could put the article in the link in the description if you guys really care to see it. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like on this and subscribe to the channel. We are trying to be the #1 subscribed Phoenix Suns channel. Fuck Suns Geek. Y'all, I don't even mean that. I actually like Suns Geek. All jokes aside, make sure you guys do leave a like on this, subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all boys in the next one. Have an amazing day. Take care. Peace. Also, I know this is an NBA channel, but if your favorite NFL team does have a playoff game today, then good luck, unless you're a Niners fan.